Hello and welcome to a new rush hour episode of Trains App, and today we're at Hitchin on the East Coast Mainline. We'll be seeing services from LNER, Hull Trains, Grand Central, Great Northern and Thameslink. This line sits at the junction for trains to run down to Cambridge, so there'll be plenty on offer, but there won't be any freight scenes. It's a rarity, it does happen, but won't be this evening.
Platform 2 for the 1720 Thameslink service to Peterborough.
Well, there you go.
This train is formed of 12 coaches,
Okay.
calling at Arlesey, Biggleswade, Sandy, St Neots, Huntingdon and Peterborough. First class accommodation is at the front of the train.
Having first class accommodation on a Thameslink service. Okay. Right, well, with that all being said and done, let us see what shall turn up. Okay, then our first train of the evening will be 700-155, working the 1720 Thameslink service to Peterborough from Horsham. Fair few people on board. Then we're going to have (801-222) racing northbound with an LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Newcastle. Hopefully I'm going to catch a couple of intercity 225 sets running around at the same time. Okay, announced parting is 700-155 with the 1720 Thameslink service to Peterborough.
Start later, much earlier than normal. There are some stations that no trains all day. Between Monday the 31st of July and Saturday the 5th of August, an amended timetable with fewer services will be in operation. Services which are running will be much busier than usual and you may not be able to board your chosen service. For more information, please visit greatnorthernrail.com/industrial action and always check your full journey.
Okay, the next train to pass by should be an LNER 225 set going from London King's Cross to Leeds. (921-110) with 82-211. I love the sound of trains thundering over a set of points. And I love the fact that the first 225 set of the evening was hauled by 921-110. I'm a happy man. Okay, the next one to pass by is an LNER Azuma. (801-215) working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. Okay, the next train to arrive, coming in 2 minutes late, is the 1725 Thameslink service from Cambridge to Brighton, worked by one of the 12 car 700s, which means I'm going to be blocked, as the pigeons kind of just sort of do their own thing. I've got some butterflies around me, I've got a few bees. Speak of the devil, there goes one right now. So, yeah, surrounded by nature. So this is worked by 700-109 and will block our view for a brief moment before it then decides to leave. And what a shocker, hardly anybody in first class, I wonder why. Okay, the announced parting is 700-109 with the 1725 Thameslink service to Brighton. They just seem never ending. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be some Great Northern 387s going from London King's Cross to King's Lynn. 106 and 302. Hitting those crossovers at a fair rate of knots. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a duo of Hull Trains Paragon units going from Hull to London King's Cross. (802-303) and (802-304). Nice little two-tone from the driver as well. Thank you very much. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1735 Thameslink service from Brighton to Cambridge, and coming in behind me is the 1733 Great Northern service from Cambridge to London King's Cross. This is being worked by 700 150. (387-118) is leading the Great Northern service in. I shall get the rear set when she departs. Squeaky brake time. And it looks like 387-118 and her classmate are about ready for the off. On the rear is 387-102. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a Thameslink 700 operating the Great Northern service from London King's Cross to Peterborough, worked by 700 056. There's a lovely flat wheel in there as well. Okay, down in the distance is going to be the 1741 Thameslink service from Peterborough to Horsham, worked by another one of their Class 700 EMUs. There's a possibility that there's going to be some bowlage taking place here, as we are due to have two Eleonora Zoomers coming through at the same time, one going from London to Hull and the other one going from Leeds to London King's Cross. They're due through at 1742, so we shall see what happens there if 700 151 comes and goes in a reasonable amount of time. If not, it'll just be a quick glance fit in between the train and the Buglia. Chances are it's probably going to be the latter. Again, that's parting is 700 151 with the 1741 Thameslink service to Horsham. And there goes 801 110, working the Eleonora Azuma service from London to Hull, and you probably heard the Azuma thundering past us when the Thameslink service was departing with the Leeds to London service. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1744 Great Northern service from London to Cambridge, worked by Pro Class 387s, with the first being 387305. Then we're going to have a Thameslink 700 coming through. Now I thought the next train to pass through here was from Ely to London King's Cross. 387128 on the rear of this. I didn't think Thameslink 700s went to Ely, especially under a Great Northern guise. So let's double check this, but it is 700-015. A gentle pace through here, shall we say. Again, departing 3 minutes late is the 1744 Great Northern service to Cambridge, and it looks like we've got 2 British Transport Police officers just came off that train as well. Interesting. That Thameslink 700 was indeed running from Ely to London King's Cross. Okay, the next train to make an appearance, in theory, should be an Arizuma, and it is. 801230 racing away northbound with a service for Edinburgh Waverley. Okay, the next train drive is 700-104, working the 1750 Thameslink service from Horsham to Peterborough. Sounds like the fans are working overtime on that. There's one thing I've noticed with some of these 700s, I don't know whether or not they're supposed to do this, but the shoe seems to be lowered. I thought they were supposed to be retracted and would sit upwards and then get locked into place, then they would then lower fully for when they hit the third rail. Unless they're designed to just be permanently lowered. I don't know. I don't know, it just seems odd to me. I would have thought that to avoid hitting any potential rail infrastructure when running overhead, that the shoe would be raised and clamped into position. Okay, now departing is 700-104 with 1750 Thameslink service to Peterborough. Okay, here we have 801221, almost catching me off guard, working an Arizuma service from York to London King's Cross. Okay, the next train drive is going to be the 1755 Thameslink service from Cambridge to Brighton, worked by 700-141. Okay, then our departing is 700-141 with the 1755 Thameslink service to Brighton. Okay, here we have 800-206 working an Arizuma service from Harrogate to London King's Cross. Again, almost creeping up on me. If I'm not paying attention, the only chance I have of actually noticing a train there is when they start to cross over the points. But beyond that, they're sneaking up on me. They're doing well. Okay, the next train to pass by will be another Arizuma going from London King's Cross to Harrogate. that'll be worked by 800 101.
Services will start later and finish much earlier than normal, with some stations having no trains all day.
Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a Grand Central Adelante. (180-104) working a service from Bradford Interchange to London King's Cross. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a pair of Great Northern 387s going from London King's Cross to King's Lynn. One, two, three leading with 108 on the rear. Okay, the next train to arrive is the 1805 Thameslink service from Brighton to Cambridge, worked by 700 140. Again with its shoe geared down, so I guess it must just be a permanent thing. As we also have incoming the 1803 Great Northern service from Cambridge to London King's Cross. Worked by one of the former Great Western 387s and the former 387 172. And I'll get the rear when she departs. Okay, now departing is the 1805 Thameslink service to Cambridge and also the 1803 Great Northern service to London King's Cross. Three 7 111 brings up the rear. Okay, the next train to pass by is another LNER Azuma. (107) and 106 working a service from London King's Cross to Leeds. It's also coming in is 700 102 with the 1811 Thameslink service from Peterborough to Horsham. Okay, now departing is the 1811 Thameslink service to Horsham. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1814 Great Northern service from London King's Cross to Cambridge, worked by a Thameslink 700. Yeah, I know. This is worked by 700 005. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a Thameslink 700 going from King's Lynn to London King's Cross, worked by 700 041. Okay, the next train to pass through very slowly, as on account of it almost coming to a sudden halt as a result of a red, is LNER 801214. That is working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. Okay, the next train to arrive is the 1820 Thameslink service from Horsham to Peterborough, worked by 700-148, being overtaken by 801202, working an LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. Lovely. Okay, now departing is the 1820 Thameslink service to Horsham. Sorry, no, Peterborough even. If that's going to Horsham, then I'd be very impressed. Okay, the next train to pass by is another LNER Azuma. 801209, working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. Okay, the next train to pass by is another LNER Azuma bound for Skipton. And that is worked by 800-204. Okay, coming in 2 minutes late is the 1825 Thameslink service from Cambridge to Brighton, worked by one of the 12-car sets, the 700-154. For those of you who don't know, it's the 701s are the 12-car, and the 700 zeros are the 8. So if I stand just down there, do I get the flue? Is that how it works? That is the flue pickup point. Okay, now departing is the 1825 Thameslink service to Brighton. The driver was a little bit apprehensive about pulling away, as some of the passengers who were lighted, basically in the carriage next to me, were walking just a touch too close to the train for his liking. Okay, the next train to pass by is another pair of Great Northern 387s. (107) and 109, working a service from London King's Cross to King's Lynn. I wonder what the speed is when they're hitting those points. Right, the next train to arrive is the 1835 Thameslink service from Brighton to Cambridge, worked by one of the 12-car class 700s in the form of 700-136. Do an about turn to find down there the 1833 Great Northern service from Cambridge to London King's Cross, worked by a pair of class 387s, with the lead being 387-304. We're then going to have an LNER 225 set storming through with a service from Leeds to London King's Cross. It's 225 leading and 91107 Skyfall pushing the set with a fantastic spark from the pantograph there. Always good to see a 225 set in action. Okay, departing now is 387304 and one of our classmates with the 1833 Great Northern service to London King's Cross. On the rear is 387114. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be another pair of Great Northern 387s going from Cambridge to London King's Cross. 387113 leading. With 387303 bringing up the rear. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a Thameslink 700 working a service from London King's Cross to Peterborough, worked by 700 125. Nice two-tone from the driver there, thank you very much. Oh, hello. And there goes 801218 with an LNER service from London King's Cross to York. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be 700 149 with the 1841 Thameslink service from Peterborough to Horsham. And this is probably going to bowl a Grand Central Adelante that will be running from Sunderland to London King's Cross. So again, you'll probably hear it behind the Thameslink, or you may even just see it between the train and the foliage. Again, my guess is probably going to be behind the train. Right, well, depending on how quick the Grand Central service is, you might actually just be able to catch it, because it's just passing through any moment now. And naturally. Oh, there she goes. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1844 Great Northern service from London King's Cross to Cambridge, worked by a pair of Class 387 EMUs. Leading proceedings with what sounds like a flat wheel is 387119. And 387125 bringing up the rear. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 1850 Thameslink service from Horsham to Peterborough. Being overtaken by an LNER Azuma. (801-215) thundering her way northbound with a service for Edinburgh Waverley. 700-043 is working the Peterborough bound service. Rare to see that it's one of the 8 cars that's working this service. Okay, the next train to pass by is another LNER Azuma running from Lincoln Central to London King's Cross. And that'll be worked by 800-202. Okay, coming in now will be our final train of the day, 700-150 with the 1855 Thameslink service from Cambridge to Brighton. As she comes in, I shall leave it there. Thank you all very much for watching, it is greatly appreciated. If you have enjoyed this today, then please do like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, I do go back to them as and when I get the opportunity to. Thoroughly enjoyed my time here. Plenty to be seen. Two 225 sets, so definitely not going to complain at that. Yeah, all one, not bad. Plenty of varieties, always the spice of life. I haven't got a clue where I'm going next, but I'd have filmed it by the time this goes out, so just have a look in the description to see where I will be heading off to. So, until next time, from me here at Hitchin, I shall see you all later. Take care, guys. Goodbye.